Joining us now, Caso, Wolfe Research senior analyst. He's raising his price target on Nvidia this morning to 900. Previously, it was at 630. $630. You just, every time you turn around, you got to raise it, I guess. Where were you? I mean, 6 months ago, Chris. After the move we've seen in the past 6 months, do you remember what your target was 6 months ago? Was it like 400 or something?
It's been moving higher. It's been our top pick for some time now, but it's hard to keep up with numbers when they're moving this fast. But another very good report, good upside to the numbers, and what's extraordinary about it is that they're now doing that without a full impact from China that was impacted by the trade restrictions. That dropped from 20% of revenue to about 5% of revenue because of the trade restrictions. But now they have a new product out, and that should start contributing in the second half as well. So, even on these very good numbers, they're still supply constrained, and there's still a demand that hasn't been addressed.
That's what I want to ask you about, because the company said that Jensen Huang says they're going to be able to make more. They're going to be able to satisfy more of the demand. So when does that reach an equilibrium? When do you think, or does it? Or are we so early that the demand continues? Will it be a matter of years that the demand continues to outstrip supply? Because then these numbers are going to keep going up. Or could it be sometime this year when it's like, okay, we're making enough and we're satisfying what the world needs to make this transformation?
Well, this is always an issue in semiconductors because the lead time to procure new capacity is generally on the order of a year. And if you remember, it's about a year ago that ChatGPT came out in the open, and we realized what a big deal it was, and that kind of fueled a little bit of the buying frenzy here. So as you get into the second half of the year, there certainly will be more supply. But what they said on the call last night is they have a new product coming out at the end of the year as well. And generally, that new product comes out. It's popular because it has much more performance, and that's what people want. So, most likely this new product, the B100 that comes out at the end of the year, that's probably tight as well. The other factor is, and I think this has been probably the biggest factor in terms of how much the Nvidia numbers are going up, is that pricing is going up. And in semiconductors, for the last 30 years, pricing would come down. And now, because of the end of Moore's law, the difficulty, the cost in making semiconductor chips, the cost goes up. But the value proposition for Nvidia is, on the last chip, the H100, the price nearly tripled, but the performance went up by orders of magnitude ahead of that. And that's really kind of the magic of AI here, where the price is going up, but the performance is going up a lot more, and it's a great value proposition to the hyperscale customers that are buying it.
So you just said the end of Moore's law. So we're not there, but we might as well be. It's like, how asymptotes never really get to the, keeps getting closer and closer. Never. We're there. Are we there?
I think more properly, Moore's law is slowing. So
we're not there. Maybe we never get there.
Yeah, and it's just you don't get the same you don't get the same reduction in cost per transistor that you had in the past.
Will there ever be a glut of these chips? That's what boom and bust. Usually it's commodity type commodity type chips in the old days, where they'd make too many, we'd get a glut, pricing would collapse. Could that ever happen, or what inning? Where are we? Are we warming up before the game still with AI? Are they're just coming out on the field? Are we in the second inning?
The best analogy that I could find is the tech bubble in the late '90s that we both lived through, and I think AI is so transformative that. At one point, you can't say there's not going to be a bubble here. That at some point that could very much happen because you've got so much money coming into it. And what happened in the tech bubble is what burst the bubble is the bad ideas, right? That there was a lot of money chasing everything. There was actually some really good ideas with some bad ideas too. I think that probably happens with AI as well. The question I kind of ask is it 1997 or 1999? And I feel it's closer to 97
right
now.
Chris, there were two issues back then. You had the bubble burst. The bubble burst because there were a lot of software companies, and not just software companies, but websites and all of the stuff that grew up on top of the physical infrastructure. And then there was the physical infrastructure play, which is, you could argue, for some of the telecom companies and others, were wildly overvalued and wildly overinvested. But it wasn't they really wildly overinvested in a strange way. So I wonder if there is a bubble here, who gets hit first?
Yeah, and it's a tough one to call. But again, right now, I mean, two things. One is you're clearly not satisfying all demand. Every cloud customer that you have on the show is complaining, I can't get enough chips right now, I need to invest more. So, for the time being, the next year, 2 years or so, I think we're okay because, we're still finding out what the real level of demand is, and right now they're in shortage. But the other thing, what's different between now and the late 90s is valuations. Nvidia's now at 27 times my calendar 25 number. That is a far cry from where we were in the 90s. And, for a stock that has posted such growth for so long, and, they've been, this is not new for them. They've been doing, 50% annual growth for some time now, even before the Chat GPT, the frenzy has started. So, they're generating real cash. There's real earnings. There's real growth. And frankly, there's a real multiple in the stock right now.
Moore's law might be, but that expression that no tree grows to the sky, I think this tree basically has made it almost. If it gets to 900, if it gets to your 900, then we have to get rid of that expression, because Nvidia in the last 2 or 3 years has grown to the sky. It's going to be $3 trillion eventually. If it gets to 900, what's that for? That's like over 2.
Right. Well, I remember, Joe, having that conversation years ago on Apple, when Apple passed $1 trillion, right?
Right.
And that was but there was real earnings with Apple at the time. There's real earnings with Nvidia now.